Welcome to the Oracles of Techno podcast. We sit down with some of the most respected names in the industry and talk about everything techno. I'm Tris Tiffany, and today I have the pleasure of chatting with Christian Jones, who is slaying the underground scene in Vegas right now. He, along with his co-founder, Ryan Barth, are bringing the most sought-after techno headliners in the world to an otherwise EDM city through their Elation Events company and their warehouse imprint and Code USA. Christian, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to dive right in, and we're going to start with Las Vegas in general. A lot of people have a misconception about Vegas as always being just EDM, and we have a thriving underground scene here. But you do have experience on the Strip in these massive nightclubs, bringing all the EDM acts. What was your initial experience in Wynn Nightlife, which is where you worked in that
Totally.
scene?
My initial experience, I think that, I'd gotten out of the Army and then I went into private security for a little bit. So I went to a different type of kind of paramilitary thing. And so I was kind of stoked just to be back in an environment that I wasn't, answering to people, yes, no, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. So, that was, it was nice to be out of that. And it was nice just to be around music again, even though it wasn't really my music that I loved. It was still a fun environment, at least for the first couple of years until I kind of hit a wall and I got burnt out.
Right. What year is this?
This was 2016 to 2018.
Okay. So 2016 in Vegas, what was that environment like on the Strip? Who was DJing? Who was being booked?
At the time, it was, it was like David Guetta, Dylan Francis, Major Lazer.
Right.
Yellow Claw.
Okay.
Artists that aren't necessarily in my wheelhouse of favorites, but it's fun.
So who is in your wheelhouse of favorites? Because I do know, aside from techno, you are a huge trance fan.
Totally.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard, dude.
It's hard to nail down favorites,
totally.
But
I'd probably say my favorite, who's been a favorite for a long time, is probably John O'Callaghan.
Okay.
If it's going to be a trance artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, a lot of people with the misconception about Vegas always being EDM and our underground scene here. For people who don't live here, how would you describe that difference? Off strip versus on strip?
Off strip, I think that our scene is still growing. I think it still has a lot of maturity to gain. I think a big obstacle we face is that our city's super transient. Mm-hmm. People come and go. I think the average person lives here like maybe 3 years before they get up and go somewhere else. So that's
Right.
why there's so much success on the Strip. You know what I mean? It's the vacation entertainment capital of the world. So it stays busier just because people come here to visit for that. And I think that, I think that our scene kind of struggles some days to reach that point, but we're definitely growing and it's nice to see that.
Do you think the locals are pretty passionate in the underground scene to maintain it?
I go back and forth on that one.
You've had a rough time.
Yeah,
you started before COVID,
right?
So you had a run of it, and then everything got locked down, which affected.
Your
events.
I'm such an extroverted person, so that was especially hard for me because
Right.
I love to be in the mix and among people and kind of doing my thing. So that was really hard for me, obviously. And then I'm a lot of other people and just the company in general, and wondering if you're actually going to be around after everything kind of spins up.
Right. I mean, you maintained. I mean, it was very hard to get everything back up and running in our underground scene.
Totally.
And especially in the techno scene. I mean, there were times where I'm sure it was rough, and I'm wondering, did you ever just say, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel? This is way too hard.
Dude,
quarantine killed me.
Dude, I think that some days now. I'm like, I don't even know why I do this. You know,
but you love it.
I'm wondering how I have hair on my head some days. Yeah. Oh God, dude, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be here. It's purely out of passion. If I was in it for money, I would have done, bass music or something, but I came here to just, there was no music when we started Elation in the city that I wanted to listen to. It was all dubstep and whatever, so that's the whole purpose is I just wanted to listen to music, and I figured there might be other people in the city that wanted to listen to it too.
Do you feel like techno is getting traction finally?
I think techno's on a big wave right now. What's weird is I feel like it skipped right past like the peak time and went straight into hard techno. Like we skipped past like the intermediate techno where I'm like, okay, this has a groove to it. And we went straight to like 160 beats per minute. I'm like, I'm not even sure what happened.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We skipped it and we were like, okay, hold on. We're not even just graduating. We're skipping high school. We're going straight to college. I'm like,
that's all the pent up aggression that we had from quarantine, right? We just want to rage.
100%. I'm like, okay, everybody's punching the air. I'll join you. Leave some air for me.
Now, do you like hard techno as much as you like the other regular techno, progressive, and trance?
Yeah, I like hard techno. I mean, because I'm a big hardstyle fan. I've been listening to hardstyle for a really long time, and honestly, there's a massive bleed between those genres right now. Like all the hard techno has hardstyle kicks. You know what I mean? Right. There is a big bleed. Hard techno now is like hardstyle when it first started. It is almost identical. So I do love hard techno. I still like the peak time stuff. I still like my drum code sounds. You know what I mean? Because I like beats and rhythms, and I like to be able to move and dance.
The groove.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm down to go punch some air.
Punch some air.
I'm down to go rage it out.
God. So as techno is on the upswing, and I see more people in Las Vegas getting interested in it.
Totally.
And you stuck it out, right? But you also formed a good team, it seems like.
Totally.
And as a event manager, promoter, how important is it to have a good team? What do you think is key? Social media, marketing, like.
Yeah, it's absolutely vital. I actually didn't get like a really cohesive team until I would say the last 6 months. You know what I mean? And we're going on 5.5 years. So, and it was Ryan and I, and we'd get people, and they would just, it's a lot of over promising and under delivering. You know what I mean? Or people have personal things go on in their lives, and it's just. At the end of the day, it's, and it's, if we got to let people go or they walk away, it's, it's nothing personal. I never take anything personal into a business standpoint. It's just business at the end of the day, but it's absolutely vital because I'd find Ryan and I spinning our wheels, dude, when we're doing merch and we're like building stages and we're there the whole week and we're, you know what I mean? And we're running the door and we're doing all of our social media, dude, and we're managing all the ground, dude, and we're picking the artists up at the same time.
Oh my God.
Drop them, picking them up for the event, leaving during events to go pick up artists, dropping them off afterward.
Definitely like a two-man show for a while.
Dude, we were spinning like tops, dude.
Yes.
I
remember.
If there's one thing that's going to kill passion, I think it's going to be burnout. And I think with burnout, a lot of people get jaded. And I always think that once you're jaded, you should pass the torch. So that's the ultimate thing you should probably fight is, you know what I mean, to get jaded about your passions.
It's hard to also give up control sometimes, though,
oh,
is
God,
it not?
Is it? Well, dude, as soon as you start seeing people drop the ball, you're like, okay, hold on. You're obviously not ready for this, and neither am I. This is an us thing now. This is we.
Right?
Seriously. And then, you find out that it actually makes more work. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. It's cool. It's cool. You
right.
know what I mean? So.
And you do have a day job. You have a business to run.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
And plus you're training.
Yeah.
So I know that every time I see you and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, you're like, dude, I got to be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
every
like,
time.
oh
I'm like,
God.
What is wrong with you?
Dude, I just want to listen to some music. That's it. You know what I mean? I just trying to have a good time.
Right on. So tell me, How did it come about? I read an article in Vegas Weekly, I believe it was, that you said that you were at a desert party and you and Ryan were.
Yeah, we went to a Black Sheep desert party.
Cool. Love them. Shout out to Black Sheep.
Yep, Black Sheep cats are cool, man. Yeah, we were out there, and then Ryan and I were drinking pretty heavily, and it's just like, you know what? I feel like there's no music out here that I really want to listen to, and nothing. Not like, obviously, there's locals events, and that's good and well, dude. But there's no headliners that come out here, and I'm sick of going to LA every other weekend just to see one artist, dude. First of all, it's either driving or flying, and then it's spending money on the tickets and a place to stay, and it turns from what could be a $35 show here to a $400 or $500 show. Because of the travel, the travel and the stay, and it just doesn't make sense. And so, yeah, it was just a conversation of, hey, do you want to? And he was like, yeah, dude, I think that's great. So, and I think that was in like October of 2018, and yeah, dude, we had our first event in December. So that was kind of a whatever, dude. We were like, yeah, screw it.
Let's just go for it and see what happens. And who did you bring?
We brought Adam Ellis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool trance cat.
Yep.
Really, really tall. He's like 6'9".
Is he really?
Yeah. And again, we had the decks at like, I guess I just wasn't expecting that. I guess they were a little low for him.
You had a bar high top. You had to get a high top.
Dude, yeah. He was, yeah.
I experienced
6-hour set. He wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, he was feeling a lot of things. It wasn't that, though.
Yeah. I experienced the same thing as a petite woman, just in the opposite direction.
Totally.
There's nothing worse than getting up to the decks and they're like up to here on you, and all you see is your neck. Right. So I wear tall boots now to all my gigs just in case, because I'm not at the level where I can demand a lower special table just for me.
Funny. That's funny.
Okay, so you brought him to the Thunderbird, is that correct?
Yeah.
Thunderbird's a great venue, but too very cool. It was at the back room?
Yeah, I was in their it was like in their little wedding ceremony room. Yeah,
my friends transformed that place to I mean, you can transform that place into it's a great
cool,
small room.
Yeah,
like I think it's
cool.
a great.
Once you throw an LED wall in there doing some lasers,
the LED
it
wall.
actually looks pretty cool.
Do you still have that?
No, actually I sold it, dude. I just after a while setting up equipment, dude. If there's one thing that's aggravating to set up, it's the LED wall, dude, because you got to build it and map it every time, and we were flying it, so we get it up on cranks and hoist it, and it's just. Listen, I'll just pay somebody to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
So it was downtown from the beginning.
Yeah.
For you guys. Mm-hmm. And do you still feel like downtown? Obviously, you're doing really well down there.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider other places off of that area, out of that area?
I mean, obviously we've done shows at Area 15,
Yes.
And dude, I think downtown's kind of the spot.
Right.
The more I think about it, there's another venue that's opening up in the next couple of months that I can't really speak on, but it's going to be freaking nuts.
Right.
That'll also be downtown.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the coolest thing in the city.
It is. Yeah.
I'm excited. So there's that. And then there's like two new venues that just opened up in the Arts District.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, obviously the warehouse we use is down in the Arts District. I kind of think that downtown's kind of the hot spot for music. I don't see us going anywhere else anytime soon anyway.
Yeah.
Unless somebody that hears this wants to hit me up and find me a warehouse in this city that we can use, then please reach out. I'll go wherever.
Are hard to find in this city. And they're all in, we're in like they're strip mall warehouses. They're not like true warehouse vibes.
So somebody listening to this can find me something legit.
Please.
Reach out. I want to know.
People love the warehouse vibe.
Totally.
Tell us the differences between, so obviously when you're putting something together in a club and they have a liquor license and they have the permits and they're doing business, what are some of the things what's the hardest thing? Is it getting permits? Is it
the permits?
The venue?
The permits are easy, man. It's just the warehouse is 4 walls and a roof. You know what I mean? So you have to every show you get a different stage design. Then you have to rent the lights. Then you have to set the lights up.
Right.
Then it's programming all the lights. You know what I mean? And that takes it takes 3 or 4 days, dude, to actually get it right. And it's setting up all the sound, doing sound check. You know, you're there for 3 or 4 days prior to the event. You know what I mean? When the difference is like, say we're doing it disco, dude, I'm there 15 minutes before because everything's ready to go.
Right.
You know, and I'm out afterward and then it's coming out. I mean, dude, when we had Layton Giordani and Victor Calderon at the end of 2019, dude, when the event ended at 6 a.m., I left at 1 p.m., dude, because I had to break all the equipment down. I was grumpy. I was really grumpy. I was like, don't talk to me. I just want to wrap these wires up. I don't care. There's an issue. Figure it out. I'm not the answer. Trust me. The answer that comes from me, it ain't going to be what you want.
Would you, if you had a warehouse, would you continue to throw more warehouse? Would it be more clubs or would it be a combination of both?
I think I would probably utilize the warehouse pretty much every weekend. I think there's a massive benefit to owning the bar. You know, because liquor's just so cheap, dude, to buy. And obviously everybody charges an arm and a leg, dude, just to if a bottle, like most of these clubs get a bottle for $15 and most of the drinks are $15. Right. So,
yes.
I mean, you could even throw parties for free and probably make your money.
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
It's the bar. Yeah, that's just the bar. It's crazy when you think about it. All the money's made on liquor.
The liquor license, if you can get one, is worth the squeeze.
They're expensive. They're about $75,000.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's talk about your last warehouse party.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah, it was cool. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a ton of fun.
Did you?
Yeah, heck yeah, I did. Yeah, dude.
That was amazing. Tell us about the lineup. Tell us how it came to be.
Let's see, dude. We had Rebecca out, which was cool, dude. Her and I have kept in touch over the years. Ever since the first time we booked, she'll come out here, and even when she comes to play in LA, dude, she'll come out here and we'll go hiking and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, so her and I have always stayed in touch, which is super cool. And then we got Marco Ferrone, which I've wanted to book Marco for a really long time. Somehow that name is eluded for so many years, but you know, it was good to have him out in the same thing. He was an
animal.
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
So yeah, agreed.
Absolute animal.
Yeah, he crushed it.
Yeah, he did.
And then Thomas Schumacher. I actually met with his manager in 2009 at Amsterdam Dance Event asking about him. And he was like, yeah, he doesn't have a visa. So whatever, dude, I've hounded him every year since, dude, and it finally clicked for this last event, which is cool.
Nice.
And then Shay, dude. Shay and I are super cool, dude. Her and I like send cat memes back and forth all day. We're like super cat people. So whatever, dude. So yeah, I love her, dude. It was just, you know, it's really good to have her out. And we had her on something else that fell through, and you know, it was nice to be able to make that up.
That's cool. Yeah. I unfortunately missed her set.
She was cool, man.
One thing I'll say, Thomas Schumacher, he's killing it with the with productions. Wow.
Yeah, he's sick.
But one thing that I really loved, I came in during his set, and it's so good to hear how he set up Marco, because we know Thomas is a beast.
Totally.
But he played his time slot. That's the one thing I will say. He played the time slot. I think it was like 11 to 12:30 or something like that, right? Or is it 10 to 11:30 or something around there?
Yeah.
And when
we open at 8 to 9, 9 to... Yeah.
And you know he could go hard if he wanted to, but it was the restraint in his set that I really appreciated, and I loved how he went a little trancy, right? You know, he played some vocals,
100%,
and then he set it up so nice for Marco.
Totally.
I mean, it was really lovely,
cool, man. Yeah, I got to have a conversation with him after he played, and we talked about getting him back out here for an extended set.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So TBD, we're going back and forth on that right now, so that should be fun.
Dope.
Yeah.
Now you have another big show coming up.
Yeah.
EDC.
Yeah. It's going to be wild, dude. Yeah, that show's already sold out.
That's going to be terrible. Yeah. EDC week. Let's go home.
It's going to be a long week. It's going to be a long week, dude.
So you're doing that on Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be at 920 Warehouse. It'll be Nico Moreno and Lily Palmer.
Fab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah, I got chills thinking about it. I'm serious.
And it's back at the
I'm
warehouse
serious.
again.
Yeah, we'll be back in 920. Yeah, unfortunately, if you didn't get your tickets, they are sold out.
Oh, well,
So-
hopefully I might find one somewhere on my doorstep.
Yeah.
Somebody
Techno birdie.
gift me.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's first show we've ever had sell out 6 weeks in advance.
Wow. Okay. That's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Lily is an animal too.
Lily is an animal.
Oh my God.
Totally. This has actually been my first time seeing her.
Is it?
Yeah, I haven't seen her
I
yet.
don't think I've seen her
Yeah,
either.
dude. Yeah, I've watched a ton of her sets just over the years, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited, and obviously Nico's a beast.
He's
in
a beast
himself.
as
Yeah,
well.
100%.
Yeah. And so are you collaborating with,
Yeah, we'll be
Anyone?
working with Factory 93 on that one.
okay.
With Insomniac.
All right.
So, and there's going to be a lot of partnerships coming up in the near future
Cool.
with them. Yeah, we're working on a lot of cool stuff.
It's your first one with Factory? Or
This is our
it's-
first Factory show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done 4 or 5 shows with Dream State.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this will be our first Factory show. I'm really excited to work with the guys on there. They have the Factory team's a really solid team. I love the way they work, and they're really professional, and you can tell they're passionate about what they do.
Right.
So it's really cool to see
That's
that.
great. Because they're really doing their thing.
Oh,
in
100%.
California. So
Totally.
it's nice to see like Vegas and California, actually, like LA, and we're working together.
Totally.
And I think because they're seen as going, I mean, LA went completely off during
Totally.
2020. So
Totally.
it'll be nice for us to catch up a little bit.
100%. Yeah, I know, dude. I do have some jealousy in my heart for all the
I
music they
know.
get. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
I mean,
I want
their
that.
warehouse parties just went crazy during quarantine. All the
Seriously,
renegades
though.
and stuff that it really hit at the perfect time.
Yeah,
I think.
it's weird. I've been seeing a lot of the warehouses getting broken up lately.
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. Yeah, nonstop.
Yeah, the
So,
renegades.
I don't know.
I think
who's-
they're calling on each other.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I'm
nuts.
like, that's crazy,
Like,
dude.
that
It's
is-
just what happened to. I'm not going to say Plur because I'm not sure that's ever been the case. But you know what I mean. What happened to the integrity?
We're a
we're supposed to love
community.
each other here, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all fun and games until you become popular
Yeah.
and you get a good following.
Yeah.
And then it's not so much anymore. The knives come out.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
So speaking of that,
Totally.
because now you're leading the pack in the techno world as far as Vegas is
Totally.
concerned. And I see things popping up here and there. Obviously, you've inspired small techno parties
Mm-hmm.
from the younger generation are starting to, get small parties together, which
Totally.
you haven't seen before.
Totally.
But there's some other parties that are being thrown, and, I think they're just kind of waiting for techno to be popular.
Totally. Yeah. Well, everybody wants to, wait for the work to be done, and then we'll ride the coattail, dude. Once,
Right.
You know what I mean? Once
Yeah.
it's easier.
Yeah.
So, because nobody wants to jump on the boat, dude, and risk everything, on what could possibly be a sinking ship.
Right.
So
You wrote it out, though.
Yeah, rode it out,
You
dude. Got all the water out, patched the boat, dude, So yeah, now
That's the boat.
Yep, exactly, dude. Went from a dinghy to a ship. So
Do you think that do you think techno is going to, like, in the next 5 years, do you think it's going to be on the strip?
outside of Art of the Wild,
Yes.
that's a tough one, dude. I hope not.
I know.
I hope not.
I know.
I'm not-
wanted to bring
Yeah.
awareness to the techno movement, but then you kind of
right.
want to keep it a secret.
So yeah, it's like I'd love for it to go. I would love for it to go bigger. You know what I mean? It's just I feel like I want people that have the respect and passion for not just the music but the scene in general.
Mhm.
Like me, I'm 33, dude. I've been raving for 17 years. So I come back from the Candy Kid days of
Yeah.
candy masks and rainbow tutus, so it's just, I come from the fluffy era.
Right.
So it's just, everything's already so different in general.
Right.
Which is, and that's fine. Everything changes, and it's, I love to see raving grow in general. Obviously, when raving grows, my company grows. But I just like to see like the quality of things maintained somewhat also.
Right. It's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Because you want the movement to grow, but you also kind of want to keep it for yourselves.
Totally.
But
right.
you need to,
Yeah, I
as
feel
a
like
business, you have to survive, but you don't want the commercialization of it, I think.
You'll always lose some quality with quantity.
Right.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's just like anything mass produced.
Yeah.
You know, you cut some corners. So
I see, and the reason I ask is because I see more progressive artists coming into Vegas now, like being booked on the Strip.
right.
It's not just straight EDM. And I see that gaining momentum, whether it's melodic and progressive.
Right.
And so I'm wondering if that's like the gateway to full techno and what that would look like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it totally, dude, it could be. I could definitely see that happening. I mean, Carl Cox was at Zook, dude, you know, for a bit there. So
Right.
I feel like that's a big step forward for underground music being in nightclubs. And it's just like, I don't know, it's a stressful thought.
We want it for
Don't
ourselves,
do it.
right?
Don't do it.
Now, let's talk about you as a DJ.
Okay.
What genres do you like to play? What BPM? When do you say I want to? Because you throw events, but
Totally.
you're not on the lineup a lot. But every now
Right.
and then you'll pop up, and you're like, I want to be a part of this.
Totally. I like to play trance a lot, dude. There's not a lot of opportunities for it. Trance is kind of in a weird state right now.
Mm-hmm.
The last probably 6 to 8 trance shows that we've thrown have been kind of underwhelming on the turnout, which is sad. But I think all genres kind of do this rotation thing where they gain popularity and then they die again and they gain popularity and they die again. You know, it's just the course of everything. You know, like techno's getting big, drum and bass is getting really big right now. Everything's doing this rotation thing. I like to do like melodic techno.
Yeah.
And then just some peak time, probably in those genres. Yeah, sometimes I get the itch, dude. Sometimes I just want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I try not to be that promoter. It's like, well, I'm just gonna play.
Right.
Well, I'm just gonna play. Well, I'm just gonna play. You know what I mean? Because it's like I could do that, but it's just like I also want to like I want to give as many people the opportunity to play for artists that they love, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know that's I don't know. Like I'm gonna give other people opportunities to play too, not just, you know what I mean? Not just me. I feel like it's selfish.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
like, oh, please come play.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay. What is your set prep process like?
Dude, I'll be honest. I don't prep sets, dude.
No, not at all.
I'll get like, I'll download like, I'll usually download like, I don't know, maybe like 60, 70 new tracks, like stuff that I haven't had before. I'll throw it like all the same genre type, dude. You know, I'll throw it on a playlist. And I'll kind of go off of like what I'm feeling that day. Cause I have no idea. Cause I could make a set today and not really be in the mood for it, dude, a week later.
Right.
You know?
But you download some new tracks, put it in a folder you think you're going to use.
Yeah. And I'll put it in there and, you know, everything just, I'll make sure that there's enough stuff that I can go through that that I'm like really into right now that I love. And I'll just rock through that.
Right on.
Yeah.
When you're doing a support set, direct support or the earlier set, whichever one, you're cautious about beats per minute, but like the energy level.
Totally.
And it's important
Super
for an
important.
opening DJ to understand this.
100%.
I'm going to say something there was one of your parties not recently, and a couple months ago, and I was walking in to Disco Pussy, and somebody that I knew came out, and they were like, "Oh my God, this guy that just played one of the openers, he annihilated this place. He killed it." And then when I got inside,
I know what party you're
and I
talking
started,
Yeah.
and then somebody said to me, "I wonder if Christian is upset about that set because it was so much harder than the headliner." was going to play. And it,
That
I don't know if it was you or the headliner said something about the people are here for me. I don't know if you.
I know
you
the exact. I know the exact show you're talking about.
So, what are your thoughts about? And I've played for you where the guy before me was playing at like 145, and you were like, "He'll never play again."
What are you doing, dude?
It was like 9 p.m.
swinging, dude. I was like, bro. Dude, he was playing at like 1:45.
Yeah, at 9 p.m.
I don't
and I
even
was
know
like,
what's
I don't
happening.
even. I made him stop the music and just.
We're listening to like
transition.
hard acid techno. I was like, what is going on?
And this was in 2021 before it even got like.
Yeah, no, dude, we were
where hard
listening
techno was like
hard like electric rubber bands, dude. It was nuts. I was like, okay.
You were like, get this guy off of here right now.
Oh my God.
What's your advice to people? There's a lot of new DJs out there and they are still learning. They're still trying to find their way. And a lot of them are in collectives here and they get to play whatever they want because nobody cares about the time slot. So talk to us about time slots and how important it is to set up the next person.
Totally. Time slots and energy definitely matter. If you're opening the night, you are the opener. You are not the headliner. Please don't gas everybody out, dude. Like, be respectful of the people after you. It's an actual thing. People's ears get attuned to everything, and that's why we have the music lower for you. That's why it gets to go. That's why it gets turned up higher as we proceed through the night, because people's ears actually do adjust. Yeah, dude, you're not the headliner yet. Just take those words and hold them tight, dude, and put it here. I'm not the headliner. It's not me. Not today. In the future, maybe. And guess what? You're going to be like, hey, dude, I need you to keep it a nice 128.
Right.
128. You can put it at 125. But nothing over that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, just have respect for people. Have respect for people around you, dude. You know,
and the person after you.
It's not fair when there's 800 people in the room for the headliner, and you're busting out the rubber bands, dude, for 100. So dude, it's not worth it. And I've personally told at least 10 people that they'll never play for me again because I asked them not to do that. Oh, 100%.
Shut up.
Swear. I had one dude come up and ask me. He goes, "What'd you think of my set?" I was like, "I honestly hated it."
Wow.
He was like, no, seriously.
I'll give it to you. You are brutal, so you shoot straight from the hip, and you don't give a
he goes,
fuck.
No, seriously. I'm like, no, deadass. I didn't like it. You asked if you could play that. I said no, and you did it anyway.
Wow.
So no, and I was like, you're never gonna play for me again either.
Yeah.
He was like, really? I'm like,
ask permission if you want to do something that you don't think you should. I did.
Yeah, dude. He asked, and I told him no.
Oh, and he did it anyway.
Yeah, he asked. I told him no. I was like, don't do that. I was like, that's not the mood.
Right.
Dude decided to, he was like, oh, I got my friends here. They're visiting from Florida. I'm like, bro, I don't care.
Wow.
You're never visiting my decks again.
And for especially Vegas, like I lived in New York, and if somebody where I started DJing and there was tons of gigs, right?
Totally.
And so if you didn't play for a place, you're going to go to the next place. But here, there's a handful of really good gigs, and yours is one of them. So I don't think it behooves you to blow it on an Elation gig.
No, dude, it's just like, dude, like I'll find you something where you can play that. You know what I mean? But if we're going into like if the headliner's going to play like 130 to 135, like please don't come out at 145. You know what I mean? Like don't come out 145, 150, dude.
Right.
Like 1, it's 10. Like 2, there's 10 people here. Like please just don't do that. It's just rude, dude. You know what I mean? And if at least if you didn't ask, we could say that you didn't know, but it's the fact that you knew,
right,
and decided to anyway. You know what I mean? Maybe you should put your own shows on.
All right. On that note, for people who want to go and maybe they want to start a small party, right? Like a new promoter. So you started and did you kind of know the pitfalls of being in that realm of promoting and putting things together, or were you new to it in the way that you had to learn as you go?
No, man, I went in blind as a bat, dude. Ryan had put on shows before with a different company that he had prior called Funk House. But yeah, no, I personally had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what the fuck I was walking into. I just picked up that torch and ran. I'm like, all right, it's pretty dark in here. You sure? That way?
Oh my God. That's great.
Man, I'm trusting you.
So, do you have anything, what pitfalls did you make in the beginning that you wish, like, it was a learning experience maybe for you? Or what would you do different? Would you structure deals differently?
Yeah, totally. So it's hard to say. Like at the beginning, you reach out to agents, you know what I mean, or management or whatever it is, and you're trying to book artists, and you don't, I guess, not having booked these acts before or any acts before, you don't really know what people are worth, and you don't know these agents. So you're really, one, they're giving you like this, not quite a fuck off deal, but pay it or don't book it because we don't know you, and we know you don't know anything. It's a brand new company,
right?
So you're going to overpay on everything. At the beginning, oof. I would say stay conscientious of of that, getting into it. I wouldn't say yes at everything that the agents come back with it at the beginning.
If you had a budget and they gave you a crazy number, or do you think that at that time you would be able to push back and still negotiate the deal, or they would have just been like, screw off, we don't know you yet? I
think it depends on how big that jump was. You know what I mean? Because, dude, I've had a budget, you know, or we've had a budget, and we're like, I mean, we could break that budget.
Right.
Dude, we can make that work. You know what I mean? Because you get excited about it. And, you know, and that's, dude, sometimes it's worked out. Sometimes it's not worked out at all.
Right.
You know, sometimes it works in your disadvantage very hard. And those are some lessons that you also just learn. And I think that's unavoidable. I think that it just happens. You know, sometimes you're just going to make mistakes, dude, and you're going to lose some money, and I guess you'll find out kind of like how much you really love it at that point. You know,
it's ununpredictable. Like the God, attendance, some things, you know, like is going to sell out.
There's some shows that we've had, and I'm like, this show's going to fuck. And I'm like, wow, this show really sucks. Like, I'm like, we're definitely doing 500 tickets, maybe 6. I'm like, why are we only at 150 tickets right now?
Wow.
Yeah. So this our scene is, that's what you're saying. Do I think that the Las Vegas scene is passionate? Do I think that they show up and they care? I think they show up when they want to show up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think they show up when it really means sense.
Right.
But then again, we also live in a city that has freaking events 7 days a week. It's not like we just have Friday, Saturday. You know what I mean? I see lineups that are announced for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
You know,
we live in Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's just, you go anywhere, anytime. There's always somebody spinning somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so I think there's a difference between us and other cities when they can only go out Friday, Saturday, or, you know what I mean? Or places close at like 10, you know, and we're still bumping at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday just because.
Right.
So.
Why do we close at 3 though?
All right.
Didn't we used to rock till like, didn't we used to rock it back in the day till like 5, 6, 7?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what happened.
What happened to our 24-hour town?
Dude, I don't know. I got tired.
Well, for you, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was like, all right, hold on. I'm in my 30s.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I'm going downhill real quick. You know, I'm the ship that's sinking that won't unsink.
Oh my gosh. So, you're doing all right though.
I'm just gonna patch my holes.
You definitely are burning the candle.
Totally. Yeah. No. 100%.
So your partnership with Ryan, you guys have been together since inception, really, from Elation. And then how do you guys work together? Like the responsibilities, who does what? What's your strengths? Do you play to those?
Totally. Yeah. We actually have a sick division of responsibilities. Ryan's kind of more of like Ryan's good with, not that I'm saying I'm not good with numbers. I just don't like doing them. I don't like spreadsheets.
Right.
I don't shit like that.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. You know what I mean? I'm a people person. I'm kind of the face. I'm the one that goes out and talks with everybody, talks with the venues, talks with all the agents. You know what I mean? I'm one that sits on all the meetings.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm that person. Then Ryan takes care of a lot of like the admin side of stuff.
Gotcha.
You know, and that's really where our strengths play. Because I'm super extroverted and he's an introverted person. So we actually have a cool division of labor there that actually works out really well.
That works out. Yeah.
100%.
If you didn't have each other, then that would be...
Oh, dude, my God, it would be rough.
Yeah, I didn't even really meet Ryan in the beginning until a little bit later, I believe. Like I knew you obviously through friends, but I didn't meet Ryan right away. So back to your team. Now, your team has stepped up their social media presence, their marketing, they're coming out, they're taking pictures, they're wilding out, they're having a great time.
Totally.
What do you think is the most important marketing tool? Is it social media? Is it word of mouth? Like,
most important social media
or marketing tool
would probably be social media marketing. If you can get somebody that actually knows what the hell they're doing with running marketing ads, you know what I mean? Not just taking money and throwing it into the nether. You know, that's massive. That, and because at that point, you know, you can actually get analytics on everything and figure out like your actual on like return on investment. So yeah, I would say that getting somebody that's good at digital marketing is going to be your largest asset. I mean, dude, we've done everything on the planet and we still do. We'll still do flyers and we'll put like little QR codes on there, dude, and we'll have it to where it actually tracks how many scans will go on there. You know what I mean? Wow. So we can see how many people actually scanned it to go to our website or go to the ticketing page or whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? We'll put out 2,000 flyers and have 15 scans. So,
is that right?
Yeah, I swear, dude. So you know what I mean? And not everybody scans. Do they work? I have no idea. You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep doing it because I've been doing it this whole time.
Because flyering is where it's at kind of.
If Insomniac's still doing flyers, I'm doing flyers. Right. You know what I mean? There's something, there's a piece of this puzzle and I'm not going to miss it. You know what I mean? Because if a show ever fails and I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't do flyers. You know what I mean? Maybe that was it. Maybe I dropped the ball. It's just not worth it. You know what I mean? I'm going to spend $150 in flyers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's, it's interesting because I know a lot of people still do flyering, at least in this town. Are you going to EDC?
I am going to EDC.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be,
who are you excited to see?
I'll be honest, dude, I haven't really looked at the lineup.
Yeah, I haven't either.
No, I kind of, dude, these last couple of years, I've gone at least one day where I actually didn't even look who was playing. And I walked around until I heard music that I liked, you know, and I got to discover new artists that I didn't really even listen to.
Right.
And, you know, and I ended up at Stereo Bloom for like 2 hours, dude. And I don't really even go to Stereo Bloom. I was like, I don't want to leave.
Right.
So, you know, and it's yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like obviously, you know, we have so much music and I get to listen to all these artists and it's the common thing, dude. But EDC is the one place where there's so many different options. You know, sometimes it's cool to just go around and listen to some stuff that, you know, you've never even heard of this person. I'm like, you know, yeah, but the music's good, I'll stay, you know? So I like to expand my.
Is there anything that's when you go to the stage that you're like, this is not my jam?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like
absolutely. Walking
the
past
genre
like,
of music is
that?
like, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I like most genres though. I like just about everything but rhythm. I mean, you can still catch me at bass pod. I'm still going to be over there at the bass stage, dude. I'm still going to be listening to wook music, dude. You know what I mean? Like I love pretty much everything. Yeah. You know, I love drum and bass and, you know, it's really just rhythm and jazz to get outside of the EDM thing. I don't like jazz in its slightest.
Right.
But yeah. Other than that, I love everything. You know, I'm a huge country fan.
You went to, is it Revelation? Revelation? What did they do downtown? You were posting pictures like a month ago. Was it them? I think was it bass?
Yeah, if it was Revelation, it was Excision.
Excision.
God, it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so cool, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm not.
I haven't been to an Excision, so
not a huge Excision fan. It He's all right, but he actually has a lot of melodic tracks that I actually do like a lot, and there was a lot of that in his set. It was actually pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. So I'm actually really excited that I went to that. It was a lot of fun.
So that's a great, like being outdoors and downtown.
Totally.
It's great.
Yeah. I prefer outside venues way over inside venues.
Yeah. Area 15.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, Area 15's it's cool. I like a lot. I like the portal for its visual effects, but I think the sound can use some improvement in that room.
I agree.
You know, it needs some improvement. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's there's something in there that needs a bit of more of a vibe, I guess. But
yeah, totally. A-Lot's super cool. Mm-hmm. Super bad A-Lot. You know what I mean?
Oh, you had a show this past Saturday.
I actually didn't go to that either, dude. I stayed home and watched anime. Yeah, I was like, dude, I've been trying to like take like a somewhat of a like a mental health break from going out so much, you know what I mean? Yeah. And kind of whatever, trying to like mix my weekends like with kind of being home a little bit more, because I'm out of my house so much during the week, and then I'm out of my house on the weekend, and I'm like really never like by myself, and so sometimes it's nice to just get some alone time. Mm-hmm. You know, where it can just be just me and my cats, and you know, just me and my cats, man, and you know what I mean, and I really just needed that night to myself, so I stayed home.
Good for you. Yeah. How do you handle, so when you're out, a lot of people are coming at you like during your shows, right? And totally, a lot of people. I mean, for me, I know like before I get on stage, sometimes people want to tell me like a life story because they're high and they just want to tell me like,
totally.
This is where I was born and I had my first dog at 5 and stuff. And it's just like,
fascinating.
I can't imagine what it's like to be the actual person throwing the event and everybody wants a piece of you. So how do you sidestep and manage people? You're pretty good at like having a wall and just telling people to fuck off anyway.
Yeah, dude, sometimes
You're
I'm like,
such a beast
dude,
in that way.
sometimes I'm like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna be over here.
Just walk away.
Yeah, like, listen, dude, listen, it's not you. It's for sure me. You know, but I'm going to do that in me over here. It was good to see you. Yeah, dude, sometimes I get really burnt out. Yeah. And you know, I'm like an extreme extrovert, and I love talking to people, and I love being around people, and I love meeting everybody, you know, but sometimes I do even I hit my social media where I'm like, okay.
That you just want to be kind of left alone and with the music and
totally
blank out
totally
the noise.
Totally, yeah. Because dude, sometimes I'll be sitting there listening to music, dude, and I'll have 10 people in a row, dude. It's like they're in line to come up and talk, and I'm just like, God damn, dude, I can't even hear a song right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like I love you guys, but you know, just I can't right now.
Right.
Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to.
It's a me time.
Yeah, dude, it's me. Listen, it's not you, it's me.
You need a t-shirt, just me time right now.
Yeah. Social media clocked.
I wanted to jump back real quick to like what you were saying about getting people booked and getting them in the country with the visa requirements.
Right.
Is it getting harder to get people booked into the country? I know you had some difficulty recently, didn't you, with like a visa requirement? Do you have to pay if
we don't have to pay? No, it's on them to get their visa. Sometimes it's just like, dude, it's not the first time. We've hit quite a few shows over the years where visas didn't go through at the last, you know what I mean? And they're trying to push it, and they're trying to push it, and they're trying to push it, and it's really just sitting in the government's hand for that final approval.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they get a lawyer, dude, like an immigration lawyer, and they go through all that. And I think a visa is about $3,000 for an O1. I could be somewhat off on that, and that's for like, I think that's just for like a regular, but if you want to get expedited, I think it's about $5,000.
Wow.
It's good for 3 years. Fun fact that I actually learned recently, so a visa for one artist is 3 years that you hold it, but say it's a duo, it's 2, you have to renew your visa every year.
Oh, so if it's
So
2 years.
so if it's like going to be like Art Bad or like Teenage Mutants or like Cosmic Boys or any duo where it's like two artists in one group,
right.
you actually have to renew your visa every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just learned that recently. I'm like, really? What's the difference?
Wow.
So, yeah, super weird.
That's tough.
Yeah, dude, it's such a headache.
And I guess for touring headliners,
Right?
they usually get sorted because they're on tour.
Oh, totally. I mean, I apologize. Slept like crap last night.
Up at 4 a.m.
dude, I was like up until 3 reading. I was like, dude, I can't sleep.
Oh no.
But it's usually the artist agents or management or both that'll help them get all this stuff situated. And you know what I mean? Because if you're with an agency, the agency usually has a lawyer that they have,
right?
That, you know what I mean, they use for all their artists, and you know the whatever, dude. The lawyer takes care of everybody that's in the agency and starts pushing the paperwork through when it's time.
Yeah. Did you ever have anybody that couldn't at the last minute? They just couldn't get here?
Yeah, a few. And it sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've had to reschedule shows, dude, like 2 days prior to it actually happening. It's just like, ouch.
Yeah.
You know, and then everybody's pissed. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't know. You know what I mean? They were like, oh, it's good. We're good. It's cool. It's good. You know, and then 2 days prior, they just like, yeah, listen, it's not good.
Oh, no.
Like,
okay.
Great, I'm not good. Is anything good?
So for the new generation of, let's call them techno enthusiasts.
Okay.
There's a lot of things popping off on TikTok right now.
Right.
And we love the enthusiasm. But what I'm seeing online is people are grouping in techno with EDM. And they think that EDM is a blanket for all of the genres.
Totally.
Talk to us about why techno is not part of the EDM structure, what makes it different. And or do you agree?
Dude, I just had a conversation about this not even that long ago. And it's like, I don't know, it sounds so dumb, like as I think back through even what I was saying, but it's just the way that I see it, because I what you're saying, it's right, but it's not right, because I see it the same way. You know what I mean?
EDM is all encompassing.
Like EDM is like EDM. Like when I think of EDM, I think of like Calvin Harris.
Right.
You know what I mean?
As
I think
a
of
genre.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Even though that stands for electronic dance music, and techno definitely falls under that category.
Mm-hmm.
EDM to me is like, yeah, dude, it's like David Guetta. Like that's EDM to me. It's like that mainstream poppy bounce stuff.
Yeah.
Garbage. So, you know, so yeah, I think that EDM is kind of like 101 for dance music. And that's what a lot of people fall in love with at the beginning, or that's, you know what I mean? That's your introductory. And I think that as you progress in your music journey, that your palette gets a little bit more mature, and you'll find yourselves listening to these other genres. And I think that techno is going to be like one of those. And I think it's probably techno, drum and bass, or trance that you'll find yourself at the end of your journey. And either way, you're going to like one along the way. So, but I think that those are ultimately the end result of where you'll end up at. So I think that, I don't know, the crowd's just totally different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man.
I like how you put that, because your palette becomes more
totally
refined.
Your music palette. Yeah, you just get a lot of maturity with it, you know, and instead of like,
you understand the nuances of the different genres, of why this is tech house, this is techno, this is trance.
Right. And you'll start to learn the difference, and your ear will hear the difference, you know, and it's just, there's so many damn subgenres now, dude. You know, it's just like, dude, sometimes I'm listening to music, and I listen to a lot of music, and I'm like, what even is this, dude?
Yeah. I mean, some of them are just riding the line, especially between tech house and techno, or techno and trance, or you know, that kind of thing. So what is in rotation? I see you post a lot of Spotify screenshots of what you're listening to. what's in that rotation? What do you like to listen to?
There's a lot of progressive in that rotation right now.
Yeah.
Lots of progressive. Dude, tons of progressive, and probably a lot of liquid D&B is kind of where I'm at in my rotation right now. I haven't been listening to a lot of peak time techno recently.
You get a lot of that anyway. Well, not peak time,
totally,
but
right. Yeah. So I haven't been listening to that just in my free time. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a couple songs that, you know, that'll find its way into my ears where I'm like, okay, it's cool. But yeah, progressive and drum and bass are kind of like my top genres at the moment. And of course that'll rotate, dude.
Right.
You know, and reggae.
Oh,
I've
reggae.
been posting a lot of reggae.
There it is.
So
reggae's always fun.
Oh, dude, I love reggae. So yeah, it's a big reggae fan. So that's very high on my listening.
You can't be mad at reggae ever.
Oh my God, it's so good, dude. It's just wholesome. You know what I mean?
Wholesome.
It's shit I want to clean my house too. And I don't even like cleaning my house. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be in a good windy mood, dude, while I'm doing it.
What's on when you're at the gym?
Progressive.
Okay.
Dude, I'll get some sick ass PRs, dude, to vocal trance, dude. Like,
yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? It could be just as melodic as it is, dude. I'll be singing along, dude, doing squats.
Love it. What are your next shows coming up?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I know Bad Beat was here last week, so he's going to be on with you on the 25th for Jay Lumen.
Yep.
Is that right? April 25th?
Yeah. Let's see here. Jay Lumen, and then we got a couple of weeks, and then it's Lily Palmer, Nico Moreno, and Jeremy Olander, May 25th, and then we just announced Layton Giordani open to close today on June 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Is that over the summer?
That'll be June 8th.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
I get
it's going to be a great summer.
5-hour set. Yeah, it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be super cool.
Is there anything we didn't cover that you want to add?
Dude, I think that's it, man. I actually had a blast.
Yeah, good. Really I'm glad to have you. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming, Christian.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me. It was great.
All right.
I had a blast.